Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome back to Skyrim. Okay, so I will run through the history of my character so far, since seeing as we are quite, you know, quite a lot of things have happened in this game, obviously. Um, but first of all, I just want to get, my talking out of the way so that I can actually sort of, give my history while also playing the game, because it's a bit boring me just standing here. These are my books. I had a system where the left one is books I haven't read, the right one is books I have read. Basically, at the beginning of the game, I was a hoarder. My OCD kicked into overdrive, and I picked up literally everything. As you can see, I've got one of every, you know, weapon and armor, which is kind of cool and useful. There were times when that was actually useful, but I would just get over encumbered all the time and slow to the over-encumbered crawl back to town to sort of dump everything. And I actually started reading like all the books. I've read quite a few books, but I don't read them now because I've thankfully cured myself of my stupid OCD habits. Although thanks to Dawnguard, I am collecting stuff that is like new to Dawnguard. Okay, so this barrel holds my magical items, some of which I've made. I made the backstabber when I was doing Dark Brotherhood stuff, some Daedric stuff, Daedric artifacts, which I don't have all of because of the playstyle that I did. Other sort of things that you can get. I'm just trying to see if there's anything of particular interest. Most of these you might recognize as just things that you can get from various quests and stuff. That is a really cool sword. I just used that for a while because it's an ethereal sword. It's like the bound sword, only it's an actual proper sword that won't disappear. That's kind of fun. Oh, and I have an axe version of it too. Oh no, I have a bow version of it, and another sword. The Zephyr. That's kind of cool. That's a new Dawn God one. What else do I have here that's actually particularly interesting that I wanted to show you? Possibly nothing. These are just staves. Living up to the stereotype, haha. For a long time, my playstyle was very, don't do anything bad. Even though I'm considered known to be thieves and whatnot, I wasn't really doing that. But then it came time to do, like, level up certain things. So that's when I started smithing stuff to do that. And one of those things was this, which the idea of this one obviously was pickpocketing. So I pretty much whacked all this stuff on and then started pickpocketing my guts out. Which actually really didn't take a long time to max out pickpocketing. I mean, I did have apparel that made me level up it quite quickly, but still, you know. All the dragon masks, I've got them all. That was a fun little mini quest that didn't exist. I like making little mini quests for myself. Quests that aren't actually quests, they're just sort of things I just make up. Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood stuff. About spoilers, there are obviously going to be spoilers in my playthrough because I've already started the game. But to be honest with you, there's probably not going to be, apart from Dawnguard, which I'm about 20 to 30% through the actual main quest line. There aren't going to be many spoilers because I've done all the main quests. I've done all of the quests for all of the factions. Finished the Civil War, at which point I did the Stormcloaks. I've done all of the side quests. I've done most of what you can do in the original game, except for fully finishing the the little mini missions that you can do for the Thieves Guild, just because I do them a bit slowly. But yeah, there aren't really going to be many spoilers. Obviously, there's going to be certain people that you might meet that you would only meet after joining certain factions, or things that they might say that they'll only say after you'd finished certain points of the mission. Do you mind? I'm trying to. Like her, for example. She is a character from Dawnguard, who most people who have played Dawnguard would know. She's like the Lydia of Dawnguard, if you will. Except she doesn't die, like Lydia. Anyway, on to other stuff to show. Um, New thing for Dawnguard is you can make dragon bone weapons. Not just dragon bone armor, you can make dragon bone weapons, which is cool. And so this is what I think, ignoring the name, which is a bit cheesy, I know, but this is a cool weapon. I mean, it's awesome in its simplicity, and I mean, just look at it. It's just take one giant dragon femur, cut it in half, stick it on a giant handle, and there's your weapon. It's great. This is kind of cool. I like how, it's got the teeth and everything. But the other ones are kind of, I mean, I made them all, but I'm not going to use them all too. Crossbow is a cool weapon that I was using with a different character who actually joined the Dawn Guard. For a long time, I used a lot of, when I was leveling up my two-handed and one-handed, I used this for two-handed and this for single-handed. Well, not that one, but a modded version of the blade sword, just because, katanas and like my Japanese stuff. Got the notch pickaxe with me. What else do we have here that is interesting? That's where I put those recipes. Forge is a set of apparel that allows me to smith and also create awesome potions. Best potions in the game, basically. Best potions and weapons in the game. Okay, so that's that. So now on to my... We're almost there, I promise. I promise. I'm just going to grab everything, even though it's going to over encumber me. This is obviously dragon bone armor, which I didn't really use. I've already started using it for Dawnguard. I didn't really like it. My favorite armor is just standard steel plate, and given my extra smithing ability and also my heavy armor stats, it allows me to reach the armor cap. So there isn't really a need to have better things than that. So Leo's Fang is obviously the my version. Actually, well, Metsukawa. Where's Metsukawa? Is actually better than that. Slightly. So that's the best sort of katana you can make in the game. And I gave it absorption and burning, which is kind of cool. And then Leo's Roar, which is the Daedric bow, now replaced by Ultimate Leo's Roar. Wait, is that actually better? Yeah, it is. Which is the Dragon Bone equivalent of the bow. I don't know why steel armor and steel bolts are there. That's not what I wanted to do either. I'm just gonna put those away because they do not belong there. Cool. Right, moving on. Turn. Okay. So, right. First of all, let's have a look at my character. I'll just take all the clothes off. I finished showing you What do I have that for? Oh, I know why. Yeah, that's cool. Tripper is the Daedric, not Daedric, Dragonbone, and Dragonbone one-handed, and this is the Dragonbone two-handed. Although my original one was the Boner, and Ultimate Leo's sword, Ultimate Leo's sword. Ultimately, it was actually called Ultimate Leo's Fang. And of course the Wabberjack, because it's awesome. The Wabberjack! It's the Wabberjack! Okay, I'm gonna pause it here and continue talking some more in the next video. My name is Leo.